Not to be. After scanning my life and seeing how much of a hell it was, I began to question it. I realized that I could not get a decent job because of my prison record. Every audition I went to, I was rejected. Every business venture I created staggered and made no profits. Everything I tried to do seemed to fail, except the addictions. I just could not see any reason to keep living. I really got to the point where I told God, I think it is time for me to come home, heaven. I was afraid though, because I thought to myself there is a chance I might not make it to heaven. And I do not like too much heat, so it took me a long time to actually come to the conclusion of suicide. But on one day I decided that with everything in my life going sour, bitter, cold, bad, everything but good, it was time to leave. So, as I began to ponder how I was going to end my life, I asked God if He could give me just one reason to stay on earth. I would stay, but if He couldn't, that I was ready to go home. He then said, if you kill yourself, it is going to be pretty difficult for your siblings to tell your nephews and nieces why they can never see their Uncle Casey again. I then stopped in my tracks and began to sob. I was so selfish that I completely forgot about my nephews and nieces. I thought about everyone else and thought that they didn't need me, but I didn't even think of them. I was angry, depressed, and ashamed of thinking of suicide all at the same time. I was a wreck that day. I soon picked up the pieces and moved on. I was still upset because I knew I did not conquer the addictions as of yet. I asked God why I am still feeling this way. God had answered me by telling me about the boy and a man.